Hello folks, and welcome to my new humble abode. Today's episode of Comic Obscurity, we're gonna be taking the Disney approach and celebrating the villains on Halloween, cause it's all about them. This episode is about a mini-series about a character who Will Smith played on film. That's right, Deadshot. So without further ado, let's go back to my normal American accent and review this comic. What I like about Deadshot, whose real name is Floyd Lawton, is that he's quite unique for not only a supervillain, but a hitman. Wait, his name is Floyd? Oh, that's why Will Smith played him. Throughout the book, we follow a prison psychiatrist named Marnie, who interviews those closest to Floyd, or at least know about him. He grew up a little rich boy. We see his backstory with him and his brother, though mostly in dialogue and not show. He had a hatred for his brother because he's the angry kid, and his brother Ed was the cool kid. It's described that they were so far apart, it's hard to believe that they were even brothers. Just man up and go talk to some girls, you cunt boy. As time went on, his brother got shot in between the eyes, his dad became the ginger nut from Doom Patrol, and his mom, while not divorced from his dad, lived in her own house. And yes, couples like that do exist. Mostly in the bedroom. Heck, the dad thinks both Deadshot and Ed are dead. It is believed that Deadshot shot Dad AFK, which we'll get into that later. We also see Deadshot's hatred for women, not necessarily sexism, but more insecurities about himself and his rich background. The fear of, women like me because of my money, then they leave and take all my money. What's the difference between him and Will Smith? Throughout the series, we see his ex-wife looking for him for an assignment. He must have left her because she's a ginger. Woman up and shave, lady! Anyway, when he reunites with her, she's happy, he's not. He thrashes her because she didn't change her name or location to keep herself safe. Maybe she wanted a new assassin for a husband. Anyway, the assignment is that Deadshot's son has been kidnapped, so the book is mostly about Deadshot getting his son back from a bunch of weirdos. Before we get to the rest of the main idea of the story, I want to talk about some of the side villains real quick. In the first issue, it's established that Deadshot was part of a group of assassins, and here he reunites with them. We have this former gay man, now hetero. I knew it! Then he dies. I kinda wish he was a sidekick because he kinda felt like they were going that direction, but then he betrays Deadshot, then dies. We never got to see his male tribal lover, didn't we? I think it would have been better if it was the final issue. Then, we have a crime lord named El Jefe, most Spanish name ever, and who I call all my friends named Jeff, and he's a Latino. Tu avion si estrolo, Benejo. We have a fat guy who has a connection to Deadshot in a way. Long time no see, Floyd. Where is my son? Safe enough for the moment, Floyd. Although one of the men guarding him is the sort of man no little boy should be left alone with. You get my drift? I want the kid back with his mother, fat ass. Then all you have to do is finish a job that was begun, 20 years ago. You know what I'm talking about. Kill me, and the kid dies. Go looking for him, and I give him to Uncle Wes. Well, Floyd, what's your answer? I don't know, kill a bunch of pedophile mythical creatures and turn that into a racism allegory? He then gets shot in the shoulder. Okay, since he's aiming at you, I think you should take him more seriously. Maybe he's Fat Cat Man and thinks that's a laser pointer. Not dangerous at all. I also like the part where he's screaming in the hospital bed. I kinda wish we had more scenes like that in media. I also wanna know what would happen to the IV fluid during that. Probably gotta shit himself, more likely. We have a blonde retarded pedophile and his brother, who's hinted that their father was a criminal mastermind of sorts, and they want to hold up to the legacy. A strange part of me is thinking which one took the father's traits. We have Panther, a black guy with a sniper, and he's of Chinese faith. That design is really good. That bandana, the Chinese symbol as a necklace, the tank top, those sunglasses, fried chicken feathers. And his name is Panther, because black men always forget the R. And then he dies. What do you mean he dies? Waste of a damn design. Waste of a potential fight. And what a waste of black people with Chinese faith representation. I really hope you can hear that. Anyway, the blonde pedophile kills Deadshot's son. Oh, hell no, I'm not gonna make up any descriptions for that. I wanna keep this channel. And then we see 4 yellow shadow drawings of Deadshot beating him to death. So Deadshot comes to the conclusion that his mama was behind this the whole time. The kidnapping scheme or what the blonde guy did. But before we get to his mom, the fat guy's assistant kills him so Deadshot can spare him. But Deadshot kills the assistant anyway because the fat guy was supposed to be his pork. Get it? Because he's a fat pig? Whatever. Deadshot's mom then reveals that she was a marksman herself. She's a dude? Deadshot got his craziness from her, and she trained Floyd and his brother to be just like her. Floyd's brother planned to kill Dad, Floyd tried to warn Dad, Floyd was locked up in a shed. At least that didn't become childhood trauma for him because he was a young adult at the time. Then Deadshot tried to spare his brother by shooting him in the shoulder, but instead went for it between the eyes. And his dad's upper ass. Floyd literally admits at the time that he felt nothing because of his own hatred for his brother. And although Deadshot's mom begs him to kill her, he instead shoots her in the spine to make her paralyzed just like his father. Only way to teach you a lesson, mama? Turn you into a minority. Because Marlene convinced him that he's no different than her. Excellent writing, excellent writing. Fun fact, men are more likely to become angry psychopaths from their abusive moms. Just like how women become furries from their abusive dads. We then see Floyd back in prison. Damn popos. He admits that all he wants to do is die. He's trapped in this reality where he needs to kill. He also says that he doesn't think he's gonna change. He thinks he's far from repair. Emo. Then, he walks off with an ending shot of a crosshair pointed at him, and that's the end of the story. Now that's a perfect final shot for a comic. I wish that was me right now, given how miserable I am. Another thing I like about the series is that each of the covers are numbers with certain characters. Some are targets, some are just for the story. 1 has Deadshot and Batman, 2 has Deadshot and the Fat Guy, 3 has a group of crackers, and 4 has Floyd's mom. The illustration and the artwork is also good too, such as Deadshot escaping the exploding plane, Purple Lady, I've read a lot of Suicide Squad and I don't remember her. Even the short-ass fight with Panther has no dialogue in each frame. Overall, I had fun with this miniseries. It shows Deadshot's backstory, him as a character more, and some interesting side characters. Well, that's the end of the video and I'll see you all later. Bye.